Don't blink, shabai yink. Welcome to our show. Hope doing well. Having a wonderful day on this gorgeous, and I do mean gorgeous, 5th of August 2005. This is try number 2 to do the to do the recap of Lost Baby. We are at episode 22. The first try, I'm still gonna post it, but it's just a bad try because I'm creating pie, not a piece of pie, but an apple pie, not a cream pie, thank God, and yeah, it's just horrible. So even then, I was like, dude, I did this episode already. What's the haps? What is happening, bro? It's just a good time, but as a video, I don't think it fits. You see, I'm down. I don't mind a little bit of chaos in a video. What I do mind is if it doesn't make any freaking sense. That I do mind. So, with that being said, let's freaking go. Let's fudge. I shouldn't have ate the pie. I'm gonna have the hiccups. This, I have the curl starting right here. You can see here. So when I do this, I look a bit like a dummy. So, Eternal. Oh, I have the hiccup. You're kidding me, Ink. You have the hiccup for reals? Stop. Stop doing fudge. Oh. There you go. No, it didn't stop. I don't know how to stop it. Eternal run away. When Michael gets really sick while constructing the raft, Jack wondered if it's a Sawyer or Kate who is able to get, who is willing to do anything to get on the boat. So we get the backstory. It's Kate. Now I want you guys to understand something. This is not the first. This is not the second. This is the third. This is the third backstory that we have from Kate. So that makes her one of the main characters. We see how we found out the plane, which was her loved one. So we know who is the loved one. So it used to be a guy from her neighborhood. So she goes to see him. She goes to visit him. Now I'm gonna show you something that's kind of insane. It took me a second time to watch it that I had to realize. Give me a sec. Okay, so you see Kate, and this is her childhood sweetheart. Look, he's missing a part of his ears. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that. So basically they're going around, and Kate's getting in a lot of trouble. So when we learn what she did, kind of crazy. So I think it's time to reveal what she did. What she did was she burned down her house and she killed somebody. Her stepfather was a drinker. He used to hit the mom. She burned the house. She took an insurance, so the mom become kind of rich, right? And that's why Kate comes back. I don't know if it's in this one. I think it's in this one. Kate's come back, right? And she sees her mom in the ER, and she says, "Mom, it's me, it's Kate." And then the mom calls security because she thinks her daughter is dangerous. So yeah, so it's just Kate coming back. And this is the cool thing because this flashback is mostly, there you go. You know? It's a shame. It's a shame. So the whole thing is Kate came back to her hometown for that guy. To start from zero. But then people don't want him. The guy that she loved, the guy that she used to love, is now married. He had a kid. So she missed the train. The episode itself is actually quite good. Actually quite good. There's a lot of drama that's going on. We have this character. So basically Charlie's talking about going back. Now, in the insane way, and I didn't think about that. Charlie's talking about coming back, and you think like, bro, you guys have been here for a month. What makes you think that I'm gonna come back? Surprisingly, building the raft, and this is the craziest thing. Building the raft is giving people a lot of hope, right? Now, why is the why is the building raft gives it a lot of hope? It's a weird question because the raft can contain four people. So because it can only contain four people, you don't know what's gonna happen, right? So in itself, it's kind of weird. But then there's a hope that okay, well, we can build a raft, and if we can build one, we can also build one. However, there's a problem. Most people that knew what they were doing are leaving. Sawyer is a navigator. Jin, hard worker, and Jin can also fish. Jin is gonna be super important for food. So for food is actually quite important. Michael is the one that designed the boats, and Walt is the best singer in the world. You guys didn't know that? It's obvious. So we have this character, which is Arts. Now, you know when I talk about this weather reporter? It was a weather reporter. No, it's a science teacher. And it's just bad because he's talking about the monsoon season, which is a season of big rain. It's talking about how they should have left way before. They go way before. Way before. And he tells them there's no hope. Now, in itself, a science teacher is not super interesting. It's not a super important characters. Arts is like the Eugene and freaking Walking Dead. But like Arts, no. Do I think he matters? No. Isn't it an interesting thing that they had a science teacher? Absolutely. So then Sawyer is like, yo, guess what? He does a couple of things, and then Kate comes in, and she's like, I want to end on the boat. Now, the reason as to why Kate leaves is it's kind of weird. Kind of weird because she doesn't have a huge motivation, right? She doesn't have a huge motivation to leave the island versus Sawyer. That is basically not love, right? And then Michael is like, yo, guess what? You lost your place. And so it's like, the heck? I bought my place. Yeah, you're off the boat. And then he says, who's gonna take my place? And it's Kate. So now we have conversation between Jack and John. Once again, at the end of last episode, John revealed where the hatch was to the boys. Now, it's a super cool story. Because this is why Lost is a show that's good to be watched twice. There's a really cool moments where Walt is like, yo, to Michael, yo, can we save them? Can we save the other people? And Michael's like, it's gonna be a hard time to find this island. So being a good father, not lying to his son and not giving hope, that doesn't work. So it's quite important. Then he's sick, and then we learn that somebody poisoned his water. So now Saeed is watching the hatch, and the question is, do we open this hatch or not? Because the question is, there's quarantine, right? The quarantine, so it's kind of complex. There's a theory that could be made. Again, they don't exclusively tell you that, so kind of have to guess. But there could be a theory that this island, which is a huge island, wasn't discovered. So people think that she could have been hidden by the government and people. Could have been hidden. Now, why would you hide an island? That's a great question. The reason why you would hide an island is because you're hiding something. The hatch in itself doesn't have a key or doesn't have a lever. There's no way to open the hatch from the exteriors, which means whatever's inside is meant to stay inside. Now, technically speaking, that's not true. There used to be a lever, it got broken. There's a ladder, it is broken. So people are saying, should we open the hatch or not? Right? And then, the dumbest shit ever. You know, there's other people on the island. I don't understand how these people said there's no way that they don't come from there. It's so dumb. Why don't you think that? I don't think this is the hiding place of the others. So yeah. So then we learned that Michael was poisoned, right? And it's so shitty because the whole episode you're led to believe that it's either Sawyer and Kate, and Jackie tells Kate, and there is a bittersweet reason as to why Jack tells Kate and not Sawyer. Sawyer doesn't care. Sawyer's an asshole. That's not the worst thing he did. That's not the worst thing he'll do. Kate, however, he likes her, and he wants her to be okay. So with Kate, he's like, "Well, did you do that?" And then Kate's like, "Do you really think I was able to do that? You really think I'm capable of that?" And Jack is like, "Well, I know what you're capable of." Now, the first time that I saw this, I was like, "Jack, you're an asshole. You're a complete asshole." But then it makes sense because people told him that Kate went on the boat when she didn't know. Again, you know that Kate's been to prison, but we don't know why. Okay. So the problem is the marshal brought 5 guns. So there's no reason for that. There's no reason for that many guns, unless she's very dangerous. We got Charlie who's making music, and again, Charlie could be positive influence, which is great, which is really good, really good. We have the fight between Jack and Kate. There's some sort of it's odd. It's really odd. There's some sort of resemblance between Jack and the old boyfriend. That could be what brings her to him. Walt goes to John and says the following: "Don't open the hatch." And like, what you mean? Just don't open it. And Walt is a weird character because Walt, again, when he's told the story about Brian Porter, the boyfriend of the mother of Walt, he says this kid is weird. Something happened next to him. When he's around, things happen that are not good, which we know about. Hugo. Hugo is the truth. Now, Walt, they will go in the water, right? And for some reason, people are seeing Walt on the island, and Walt is speaking a strange language. Like, it's almost as if he had a connection to the island in itself. Everybody on the island have a connection with the island, which is in its another ways special. So that's pretty much it. Now, Sawyer is off the boat. Kate is the one that goes on the boat, which is pretty sad. Kate goes to see her ex-boyfriend one last time before she leaves. However, it's too late because people know that she's gonna be there. People know that she is gonna be there. So the police, they ambush her, and then they take a gun and they shoot. So her boyfriend goes out and is like, "Yo," and she drives and they shoot him. This is when she said, "I killed the one I love." One I love. She killed him because he was in the car that she was driving, but she didn't kill him because she didn't shoot the gun. In my opinion. We got more people building the boat, which is always a cool scene. And this is something that I absolutely love. Absolutely love. Jack goes to Sun and said, "Hey, are you worried about Jen?" She's like, "Yeah, I don't want him to leave." And then he said he didn't have to put the pills in. He could have just dead to him. So Jack knew that the pill was for Jen. Now, what happened is Michael got poisoned with the water, but the water bottle was from Jen. They two had their water bottle one next to each other. That's kind of a problem, right? That's pretty much it. So Jen, now this is a really good thing because Sun shows that she cares and shows how far she is going to go to keep the person that she wants, you know? Show the person that she wants. Now, one of the good moments, because 2 episodes ago we saw it with Walt. Walt who burned the boat. And he blamed Jen. Then it was Walt, and Walt was like, "I don't want to get out of this island." So it's repeated pattern, it's repeated plot line. With different character, but repeated at the same time. Now, at the end, we have a scene between Sawyer and Kate. And Kate asks Sawyer, "Why do you want to go out of this boat this time so much?" And Sawyer tells her, "There's nothing to love here." Which is sucks because he loved her. You know? Now we have a really cool moment between Sawyer and Walt. No, sorry. Michael and Walt. And now, why is that beautiful? Is because they're finally getting closer. And Walt come clean. Walt come clean. It's like, "Yo, I was the person who burned the boat. I'm sorry, Dad." And the dad said, "Why did you do that?" He said, "I like it here. I don't want to move." Again, it's a repeat because we saw it what we did said to John. And at the end, Michael's like, "You know what? It's okay, son." Want to check if I got my battles? Two, two, two. Two, 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 two. Two, two, two. Two, two, two. I have to go, guys. I have to go. Ay. My show started. I have to go. I'm so sorry. This is the only show that I watch every single day, so. I didn't finish my shit, but hey. What I'll do is I'll possibly come back in 3 hours to make some more videos. Yeah.